Okay, so here's another story. This is about my allegory or my, I guess, metaphor on what I think meditation is kind of compared to. I'm comparing it to my own life experience, I guess, in the past. So I'm going to be comparing meditation to a bar, but just bear with me, okay? I promise it makes sense, okay? So you want to get in this club. You're not old enough because, well, you're not advanced enough to get into this place, or you're underage. So whenever you go, the bouncer, who is your conscious mind, your mind that's aware of what's going on, because it has to be the gatekeeper to what can get in the mind, what can get out of the mind, what can get into the special club. And so the bouncer knows that you're not old enough. And so whenever you go, it doesn't matter, even if you have a fake ID, you can't get in. So you have an idea. You're going to bring a friend of yours. This friend, she is beautiful. She is so pretty. She is like a chameleon. She can change her appearance. She just is like, oh, she wears all different kinds of clothing. She's just so beautiful. She is desired. She knows how to talk. She knows how to look. She knows how to blink her eyes like all pretty and like stick out her chest. And, she's really good at what she does, which is pretty much distract and mesmerize, we'll say. So you bring her. Her name is Mantra. And she comes with you. Well, you're trying to get into the club. Mantra is distracting that bouncer. That bouncer who's the dopey bouncer, whatever you want to call him, that's that bouncer. That's your conscious mind. Mantra, she's going to distract him while you get into the club. That's going to happen, right? So you get into the club without the bouncer seeing you because he's distracted by gorgeous, beautiful Mantra who's really just a seductress, right? And can really keep that conscious mind distracted. So you're doing your mantra. You're saying your mantra. Whatever your mantra might be. Usually mantras consist of a word that your conscious mind isn't familiar with. Plus, it's sometimes like a nonsense phrase or something that is really flowing, like rasha, rasha, I don't know. Just anything that kind of can morph and change, right? And keep that conscious mind distracted. So as mantra's doing its job, it's distracting the bouncer, which is your conscious awareness, your conscious mind, you're able to sneak in to the club. Now, it doesn't matter how long you're in there. You get in there, you start drinking, you start partying, you're dancing on tables, you're getting to know everybody, you're having a really good time, everyone loves you, they're shouting your name, it's so much fun. Then Mantra's like, this is kind of, I think it's been long enough. It's like 20 minutes. I think she's having fun. I don't know. Whatever you can have in 20 minutes, an hour, however long you plan on doing your meditation for. So she's like, I'm out of here. Deuces. And then the bouncer's like, wait a second. Where did she go? Did she get in the club? And he comes in after you. You're all wasted inside and, drunk. And it's pretty much the end of the night, right? And he's like, hey, you out. And you're like, I don't give a shit, because you had fun. Or you leave or whatever, because the night's over. The thing about it is, it doesn't matter that you got kicked out. It doesn't even matter that you got caught. You had the experience. You were in there. You soaked up the fun. You got to know who was in there. You heard the music. You danced. You laughed. You had the night of your life, right? It doesn't matter. Nobody can take that experience from you. It's yours forever. You probably won't remember it because you're in the transcendental field. And usually within meditation, there are no thoughts and there are no, there's nothing, right? Kind of like a drunken night. You might not remember it, but it's still your experience. You still had it. You're still going to see the effects of it because it doesn't matter down the road. If you see someone that was there that night, they're going to be like, hey, what's up? Oh, it was so good seeing you. It doesn't matter if you don't remember it. That's an effect from the meditation or from you getting in the club. Also, you, like I said, you will have that experience forever, whether you know it or remember it or not. And what happens to the bouncer is the bouncer is going to have his ego really hurt. Your ego is going to be really hurt because, well, I won't let that happen again. I'll never be distracted again by that, that girl with the really nice tits. But the thing about Mantra is Mantra's really good at her job. Like I said, Mantra's really, really good at being that chameleon. So next time you go, it doesn't matter if your conscious mind's like, I see you, you're not getting in here. You're like, well, meet my friend Mantra. And Mantra, of course, being really good at her job, is dressed differently, looks differently, and happens to do and say the right thing to distract that bouncer, that idiot, once again. And guess what? You're in again. And the cycle goes over again. The bouncer kicks you out, you have the experience, more effects happen in your reality that you might not even be aware, but your effects are happening. Effects are happening at a level from you having this experience. That's the thing, is every time your ego or the bouncer feels a fool and gets distracted, it's lowering that bodyguard kind of mentality. When I used to go to bars and stuff when I was younger, I remember seeing bouncers like this that were really egotistical and really assholes. But the more times they kind of felt a fool, like if they realized that they had accidentally let someone in who was underage and found out later, like I even saw a girl, she went in on her birthday, her 21st birthday. She'd gone into the bar like hundreds of times. I thought she was even 21. And when she went in and had her 21st birthday, the bouncer felt stupid, the bartender felt stupid. But it isn't that humbling. It's that breaks down those walls of the ego, where those bouncers, that I remember that one, after a while he was really, really cool, and he realized, like, you know what, just whatever, I don't even care. He started out so serious, and then after a while it was just like, you know what, I'm not going to be mean about it. I'm just gonna, like, I'll do my job. If they have an ID, I follow the law. It looked like their ID. He wasn't taking it so seriously, and everybody became better friends with him. He actually became really liked, and because he allowed, he wasn't being deceived. He knew what he was doing. He was allowing them to deceive him because he wasn't being deceived anymore. He was allowing them in because what's the point in fighting it? I was just feeling stupid, like, fighting them, and I don't want to feel stupid anymore, so I'm just going to say fuck it. Yeah, that's just one little story. If I were to, like, relate what going into the transcendental field is, I compare it to a bar. My TM teachers would love that.